What is that noise? Oh my god.
Captain, please be informed that a Canid has followed you onto the ship. He is quite harmless and falls within acceptable margins of adorability.
Hello, Anubis. Why are you here? And who gave you a bowl? Does that guy know his pet is here? I mean, I'm not complaining. He is very cute. Oh my god, look at him. You're adorable. Oh my, I love him. I don't care if he doesn't know he's here. This is the best thing ever.
We've arrived at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station.
Alright, good. Who's this person we're seeing here? Jasper Lowe. What's he about? Locate Dr. Jasper Lowe and retrieve his means of access to the chem lab on Gorgon. After the collapse of Project Gorgon, Dr. Lowe was rumored to have been traded to a secret Auntie Cleo's science facility orbiting Olympus. So is he a scientist? I think I'll take Ellie again. I know she's a medical doctor, but whatever. Still feels relevant. And I'll take Max, haven't taken him anywhere in a while.
We were hoping to find Lowe alive, right?
I mean, it might not matter that much. I wonder what happened here. I wonder if he was continuing the research on canids, and that's what killed everyone.
Everything's going to be okay.
If it was indeed designed for canids. Welcome, K. Maureen. Day 1 to 110. As per my required duties, I am keeping a visitor's log. Day 1, no visitors. Day 2, no visitors. Day 3, no visitors. Day 61, sometimes we experience long power outages. Sitting in the dark, listening to the storm beat at the walls, I've got a lot of time to think. It begs to be let in, while I would pay to be let out. Day 108, no visitors. Day 109, still no visitors. Day 111 to 150. Day 115, why there a bunch of tail-less sprats running about. This facility don't have a sprat catcher on the roster. Maybe I should file a request with acquisitions for one. Teacup canids are famed for their ability to hunt sprats, after all, and for keeping people company. Day 116, no visitors. Day 117, no visitors. Can't finish my game of solitaire. Someone stole a handful of cards from the deck. Day 118, desk unmanned. Unsuccessfully hunted for the missing cards. Day 151 to 250. Day 157. Canid request was denied. Day 158. We've run out of caffeinoid. Our first restocking shipment isn't set to arrive until the new fiscal year. I guess that delivery will mark the facility's first visitors. Now, there's something to look forward to. Day 159. Did some digging in the system records. It turns out our supplies are set to be delivered by, get this, a crew of auto-mechanicals. Day 182. Thought I heard knocking on the front door, but it turned out to be just some thunder. Always thunder. Funny how it can sound like so many different things. A boom, a crack, a snap, knocking, laughing, screams. Thunder. Aren't we in orbit? Can you hear it from here? Day 251 to present. Day 277. I've started venturing outside. At first, I worried something fierce about all the lightning strikes. Sometimes the electromechanical turbine goes on the fritz without warning. But I'm out of cards and out of caffeinoid, and there's not much else to do. Day 301, Turns out I no longer need to feel safe. What I need is to feel alive. Outside, the wind howls like a raging god and the rain stabs into my throat like 1,000 tiny frozen needles. And in that pain, well, I feel so very alive. Day 322. My many and varied attempts to trigger an on-site inspection from the Special Committee for Auditing and Management have failed. Day 353. Sometimes when I look over the ledge, I think about what it would feel like, how easy it'd be, to simply tip forward, to plummet, with all those clouds kissing my face, to fall away from the storm, to smile, then break. Oh dear, how depressing.
Everything's going to be okay.
Hello.
Just breathe, Kelly. Everything's going to be all right. Just wait, just wait, just wait. They can't open the door. Eventually their security protocols will reset. Just wait through the next charging cycle. The supply drop will be here. Tomorrow, the next day. When it comes, just sneak onto the ship. Easy as you please.
Can you open the door, please? Oh God, I feel terrible. I'm sorry. You're standing pretty close to the speaker, you know.
Who's out there?
I'm the captain of my own ship. Open up, and I'll get you away from Olympus.
Really? I would be indebted to you for life. But how do I know I can believe you?
I have a trustworthy face.
I'll have to come out to assess it myself. Hold on. I'm opening the door.
Hello.
Let me just catch my breath. I swear, my heart's trying to punch its way out of my chest. Law, I'm so lucky you came along. I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, I'd been gearing myself up to take a long walk off a short turbine platform. Then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre, and I realized I really want to live. How can I help you help me get out of here?
Who are you?
I'm Kelly Marine, the receptionist. And before you ask, I wasn't manning the visitor's desk when the mechanicals went haywire, 'cause no one comes here. Not ever. Not since all us station workers were dropped off at the start of the project a year ago.
How do you get your supplies then? Don't you need to switch out personnel?
Project's on a yearly rotation cycle. Once a year, Auntie Cleo reviews our work and decides if we get more rations, personnel, deadlines, that sort of thing. At first, I thought it was an honor, getting assigned to a lab up in the ether high above Olympus. But I didn't know what it'd be like, day in and day out.
How did you not lose your mind?
I ask myself that question a lot, and then I realize I'm talking to myself. Cabin fever sets in at about 90 days. Auntie Cleo's official term is contagious irritable claustrophobia, and it ain't covered by the company's medical policy.
Know where I can find Dr. Lowe?
If I had to guess, you'd probably find his body either in his office or the labs. Or heck, he could have been on the toilet. I don't know. No bones about it, he was the smartest of us all. Maybe he evaded the automechs too.
Anything else you can tell me before I go?
Like what?
Why's everyone dead?
Pink slip protocol.
Oh, I read about that in the Borst factory. The company decided to terminate the team. Why?
How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. Well, except for the last couple of days when I've been hiding out in here. If you work at OOPS, you're doing research and development. If we're not researching or developing fast enough, the protocol's there to put the fear in us. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays for it. I know it sounds harsh, but it was in our contracts and everything.
Hold on. This place is called Oops.
Yep. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Auntie Cleo's naming and branding department's the best in Halcyon.
What did you mean about taking a walk off a turbine platform?
Just a feeling I got. Every day was the same as every other day. I felt like I was stuck in a circle, you know? Started imagining what it'd be like to break that circle. Station goes in a circle around the planet, so what if I just dropped off the edge? But after what I've seen, after what happened, I don't want that anymore. I want to live.
That's good. What's the purpose of this facility? What are you making?
I'm not making anything. The research team, they were brewing up some improvement to anti-Cleoxanthocillin. Science stuff isn't really my area, though, so I don't know more than that.
I've got a ship. Want a lift out of here?
Do I ever? Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll just hide in a crate or something. You won't even know I was there.
You don't
Here,
need to do
this
that.
is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore, so it's all yours.
Okay, thanks, I guess. Ada, you better not kill her when she tries to board. Anything else in there?
Try not to think about the structural integrity of this place. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned anything.
You really shouldn't.
They can't keep us out.
Quietly now.
Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
Okay, oh god. That wasn't the best idea. Go away. Ow. Okay, it can't actually come through here. Yes, it can. Oh no, oh no.
Reminder, please pay your gravesite.
Don't kill her. Good. Let's go this way this time.
Nice.
May you find peace in death. Knocked it past that armor. Good hit. Past that armor. Nice hit. I've had quite enough of you.
I need to stop you guys from going melee. 'Cause that's ridiculous.
Adjacent unit.
Oh my god.
Resetting threat level.
Here, use that. I know you're a shotgun guy, but it doesn't do a lot and I want you both at range.
I won't tell.
Looks like someone's come through here already. They moved that out the way. I wonder if we sneak, maybe we can find a way to disable them. I see one there.
Halt.
Nope.
Unexpected.
Try not to think about the structural integrity of this place. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned anything.
There's a terminal over there. Let's see if we can disable them there.
System. Sweeping the area.
Disable Sentry Hostility Protocol. Nice. The hostility protocol for the mechanical sentry, assigned to the command deck, is currently disabled. Please ensure all human resources have been properly disposed of in Auntie Cleo's biorecycle containment units. A team shall arrive to close down the lab and recycle functioning equipment within the next 90 days. Site Safety Engineer's Log. From the manual, in the unfortunate event of a necessitated downsizing, the most senior site safety engineer, or the sole member on assignment, shall initiate, by mandate of Auntie's corporate headquarters, the Pink Slip Protocol Manufacturer's Directive included within all auto-mechanicals stationed at the facility. From the site safety engineer, sit there and guard the red button, they said. Sounds like an easy paycheck, I said. I'm not going to live in a secret lab in the middle of a gas giant's storm-riddled atmosphere, my ex-wife said. No one told me I'd eventually have to press the button I was guarding, the Pink Slip Protocol button, that final choice between diligent duty or my friends. On second thought, let's be honest, they were never my friends. Once I've disabled the protocol and scrubbed the labs, I'll ask corporate for a reassignment. I hear Emerald Vale's real nice this time of year. Recent security complaints. The following complaints have been filed with the Site Safety Engineer's Office. Sprat tails in coffee. Whoever keeps cutting off sprat tails and dropping them into innocent, unguarded cups of coffee needs to cut it out, or I'll cut off something of yours next. It's not funny and I'm tired of cleaning up coffee-colored vomit. Reported by Junior Custodial Assistant, Gracie G. Goldmain. Lost cards. Missing. Queen of Hearts, 5 of Clubs, all aces, and the 3, 7, 8, and 9 of spades. Last seen, on my desk in a solitaire spread. Reward if found, a friendly game of whist. Even if not returned, we can make do. Really, come play with me. Betting not required, or we can place bets if you'd rather. I've got a couple packets of sugar-free 0% sweetener left, I could barter. Reported by receptionist, Kelly. Power outage thefts. Some thefts have been happening each time the power goes off. And the power keeps going off for longer each time. Coincidence? I think not. Folks are getting antsy as the year and the storm stretches. And that makes them mean. Reported by SSE, George, self-reported. Okay, they should be friendly now. Hey buddy. Okay. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I just go to do something but my brain glitches and I take a huff instead. I can't explain it. It's like I'm addicted. So we're very low in the orbit then. Low enough to be in the atmosphere. Which is interesting.
Good, we're in.
Which does make you wonder, how are we not burning up? If we're orbiting this close to the planet, we must be going ridiculously fast. If I jump down there, can I get back up? Maybe not. Let's not do that then. Nice that we can get around easily now.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
You're so right, Ellie. Central lab. Okay. Anything over there? Maybe I've been here already. Can't get in there. Or there. Have I been in here? This looks familiar. Password input disabled. Too many failed password attempts. Last login. Perfect recall when the numbers and letters were swimming around on the page at the time doesn't help with horse fucking shite passwords. Okay then. Incoming messages. From Mora, a last and lethal warning, pink slip protocol will be coming. Advisory notice to the lead chemist at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. No satisfactory results have been submitted in 11 months. Pursuant to clause blah blah blah, if measurable and material proof of progress are not approved within 31 days, station personnel may be found to be in dereliction of duty and as a result could be prematurely terminated. Auntie Cleo's corporate headquarters, Special Committee for Auditing and Management. Who cares about your health more than Auntie Cleo? Nobody. Postscript. Jazz, my darling genius, as you are likely now well aware, I must humbly regret to inform you that my exhaustive efforts to protect that beautiful, oversized brain of yours and consequently its nefarious agenda are, in fact, failing faster than your rumored last project on Gorgon. I repeat, the corporate hounds are onto your dodgy scent and it's made them thirst and bay for blood. If I cannot supply the executive floors with tangible, undoctored, results, and soon, I'm heartbroken to report that Pink Slip Protocol will be initiated by a majority vote and the project will be scrubbed, wholly and completely. I trust you understand the full weight of what that means. One canned project is an embarrassment of epic proportions. Twice is unforgivable. Please, 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 I am begging on bended knee. Send me a working prototype. At this stage, even a fatally flawed one will do. Save yourself and your lab coats before this reflects poorly on my permanent record. Eternally yours, at least until the next failed delivery milestone. Dr. Mora. Outgoing messages. To E. Mora. Nora Mora, my once darling, as you are likely now well aware, I don't want you to beg. I don't want you on bended knee. I don't want anything except to feed this infernal, indefensible, insatiable need. I am so close, so very nearly on the cusp of salvation. Then, and only then, will I send you that blasted anthracillin plus a ludicrously simple modification I could formulate in my sleep. Vere I ever able to sleep. No longer yours, no longer anyone's but that elusive and fleeting embrace of chemical virtuosity. With regret, Jasper. You understand, do you not, darling? From the very first test, from that first accursed step, every path, every infinitely random dice roll of emerging cosmic roots, was leading us to this same destiny. Draft. To scam. Venting. Do not send. Pink Slip Protocol. Really? You wholeheads went there? Never would I have thought you'd stoop so low, or more accurately be so moronic as to cut off your own noses to spite your faces. True, the project was delayed. But we all know I would have delivered more than adequate results eventually, once I descended to the highest peak of my genius. We were less than months away. Not that I'd expect a pea-brained layman to understand. Nora is wasted on you lot. I am wasted on you lot. And might I just add, though I might have invited you to do your worst, you did try your best, but I am still alive. Nevertheless, I do go on. And I never, ever forget. Payback will be swift, oh yes. I scarcely think you'll see it coming. Just as soon as I perfect my formula, and can focus on other matters. Then you will rue the day you pink slipped the great Jasper low. Buffoons. Eternally misunderstood and undervalued, and still misappropriating your precious company resources, the employee, formerly so known as Dr. Jasper Lowe. He might be alive then. Let's not send this. I wanna be on his good side after all. Olympus Orbital Station keycard.
Process searching.
We got trouble.
What? Yeah, no kidding. Why are they active? I know I've heard.
How about that?
Oh!
Come on, Max, get up!
May you find peace in death.
Goodness me.
Error. Target no.
Ow. What do you mean, shush? How annoying that it didn't disable them all. There's a terminal there. I wonder if that would have disabled them. Turbine platform.
team is a tragedy, 2 teams is a blunder.
There he is.
One team is a tragedy, 2 teams is a blunder. Shush. No talking. Concentrating. Damn it. I almost had it. The formula was in my mind and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
What formula are you talking about?
Sky High, my magnum opus of psychostimulants. I feel like I've already explained this to the last hallucination. Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
Is this my only option to introduce myself? When I figure that out, I'll tell you.
Memory loss, huh? I envy you. The closest I've come to amnesia is getting euphoric on Sky High, which is more like memory curation than memory loss. Right, that answers that. Next question. Do you come bearing fresh pharmaceuticals?
May I suggest caution? Hallucinations can be quite tricky to navigate.
Look, we all know you're here to interrogate me. If I'm going to go through this ordeal, I'm not doing it sober.
Interesting device you've got there. What are you taking?
You mean my inhaler? It's designed to deliver a highly concentrated dose of Sky High right through my respiratory system. The formula's still a work in progress. Clears my mind for a few precious moments. The rowdy tenants of my mind palace stop their chattering, and in that silence, I experience clarity. Inspiration through inhalation. That's Sky High, or it will be once I perfect my formula.
I need you to tell me what's going on.
Auntie Cleo instituted the Pink Slip Protocol. Fancy marketing term that translates to, we're not satisfied with the quality of your work, so we're revoking your lifetime contracts. Can you believe Auntie terminated my entire team? It's a terrible setback. For my team, I mean, not for me. Not this time. I'll continue the work on my own if need be.
What work would that be?
I'm, working on the task that I was hired to perform. I'm fulfilling my contractual obligations. Auntie Cleo wants us to develop Anthracillin Plus, a new and improved version of the original Anthracillin formula. And what Auntie wants, Auntie gets. Eventually. I was making considerable progress. I can't possibly fathom why they prematurely terminated the project.
Too bad that's not what Dr. Mora thought.
Oh, all right. There's no point playing coy, is there? Auntie needs to be patient. I'll eventually get around to developing Anthracillin Plus. My priority right now is Sky High. Once I perfect my formula, I'll be able to keep my mind functioning at peak performance without any pesky distractions. Like feelings.
You said this was the second time you lost a full research team.
Auntie had been threatening to instigate Pink Slip Protocol for months, though I honestly didn't think they'd have the stones to do it. I was on the verge of giving Auntie the results she wanted. Well, almost on the verge. Approaching the verge. The point is, I didn't think this would happen.
It's Auntie Cleo. What did you expect?
Bureaucratic procrastination and some incompetent saber-rattling. Before I was traded, I worked on Project Gorgon. I lost that team by attrition. Management turned the screw on my team. Forced me to fire 1 in 10 researchers. The few of us that remained were overworked and exhausted. We didn't have much of a security detail. I don't know how the primals got loose, but my team didn't stand a chance.
Tell me what happened.
We were designing a drug the likes of which Halcyon had never seen. A veritable panacea that cured lethargy and guaranteed a lifetime of productivity. I was overwhelmed, overworked, frustrated. Forced to submit unfinished samples, failing to meet impossible deadlines.
You were obviously under a lot of pressure.
I started self-medicating to enable my genius to perform at a greater capacity, to forget, to endure, to feel nothing. Project Gorgon was in its final days when the primals attacked our lab. It wasn't long until Spacer's Choice authorized my transfer to this facility.
You were traded to Auntie Cleo. Does that sort of thing happen often?
Not at all. Such an event is incredibly rare. Few workers understand the truth of their value to society. Me? I'm worth 5 measly lab coats.
Dr. Blakesley mentioned as much.
She would. No doubt she'd stuff my brain in a jar if she could. Do you know what she quoted to me one time from some rubbish Earth book? Looked me right in the eyes and said, "You are a brain, Jasper. The rest of you is a mere appendix."
Elementary, my dear Jasper.
Yes, well, whatever isn't. The key to forgetting, I suppose.
Human Inquiry was testing adrenatime on people. Why did you need primals in your lab?
Human Inquiry was supposed to be responsible for testing adrenatime. Under normal circumstances, the chem lab wouldn't have had to perform live tests. But creative incubation pressured my team with impossible deadlines. The prototypes we delivered to Dr. Blakesley at Human Inquiry were poor because we were rushed. I had to begin experimenting on my own. I had to perform my own tests, so I used primals. They're not the best choice for test subjects, but I was working for Spacer's Choice.
That was seriously reckless.
Whoever reached greatness by coloring within the lines. And besides, my lines often move around on the page. My point is, I was doing my job. I was doing science. I will continue to do so until my mind or my body expires.
What exactly does Auntie Cleo have you working on?
Auntie Cleo wants us to develop Anthracillin Plus, a new and improved version of the original Anthracillin formula. And what Auntie wants, Auntie gets. Eventually. I was making considerable progress. I can't possibly fathom why they prematurely terminated the project.
You're standing in a sea of corpses and you're worried about your work.
Who is to worry about it if not myself? The myriad of murdered colleagues you so helpfully pointed out? As if I could forget them. As if I could forget that it was my fault. It's always my fault. Every mistake, every slip. I haven't slept in days. There's work to be done. Important work. I'll get around to developing Anthracillin Plus after I finish working on Sky High. Once I perfect my formula, I'll be able to keep my mind functioning at peak performance without any pesky distractions. Like feelings.
I need to get inside the chem lab on Gorgon.
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
My business on Gorgon is my own. Why do you care?
I don't know why. Possibly I was just being polite. It doesn't matter. Clearly you're not about to take my advice. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Your colleagues are dead, Jasper. Don't you think it's time to quit?
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't get to quit. My colleagues are dead, and yet I live. So I don't get to quit. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
Okay. I can do that. Elevator. Is that the elevator?
I'll keep quiet.
Oh, this is where I came in before. In my past life.
You'll have to show me how to do that.
And this'll be where the big window is. Right, I've been here. Anthracillin Plus team, welcome to the project. What is Anthracillin Plus? Anthracillin Plus mint flavor, works on humans plus canids. Just added a plus sign to the name. As you can see, branding is still working out the kinks. But luckily, we've plenty of time to finish the formula before they finalize the packaging and slogans. Now let's get to work brewing a bigger, better version of Auntie's Anthracillin. Reminder, friends don't let friends self-test their concoctions. And yes, I could have disabled the automechs here. But they're all dead, so it's kinda pointless. I'll read all of that later. Let's go take care of this turbine first. See the platform Kelly wanted to jump off of?